While China struggled with its ancient traditions, Japan was dancing to a modern beat. In the cities, it was a time of bobbed hair and bathing beauties, of chorus lines and cabarets. Young people were consumed with being mobo and moga, modern boy and modern girl. People flocked to baseball games and newer entertainments like radio and Hollywood movies. Of course, modernization meant new problems, like rush hour. Or the mysteries of dining, Western style. But for many Japanese, the problem was modernization itself. Modernization had widened gaps between city and country. Farmers were at the mercy of international markets. If rice or silk prices fell in the West, farmers starved. For food, many families sold their daughters into prostitution. Many sons looked to military service as the only escape from a life of poverty and ignorance. In the factories, striking workers were demanding a bigger share of the profits. The big family-run corporations called zaibatsu used their power to keep wages low and profits high. Zaibatsu greed pushed many young Japanese far to the political left. But while the left looked forward to a workers' paradise, Japan's radical right wing looked back toward Japan's past. They saw national salvation in a return to the way of the samurai, a country ruled by the emperor and run by pure-hearted officials. They believed that Japan, in its headlong rush to imitate the West, was selling its national soul. In the early 1920s, most Japanese were caught between modern times and old traditions, embracing Western ideas while fearing the power of the West. Out of these conflicts emerged a radical young philosopher named Kita Iki. He began his life searching for a way to close the gap between Japan's rich and poor, and to inspire Asia to fight against foreign influences and Western imperialism.
Kita Iki reacted strongly against the westernization of Japan as he saw it. For him, the West was the enemy. Japan had to fight the battle of Asia against the West. That meant he was for a pan-Asian movement, in which, of course, the Japanese would always be top dog. So he went to China, as other Japanese of that day did. Kita went there right after Sun Yat-sen's rebellion in 1911.
Kita hoped to help the Chinese free themselves from Western domination. But he soon discovered that the Chinese didn't think of the Japanese as liberators. They saw Japan as just another imperialist, using military power to take commercial advantage of China.
Under my veranda were raging waves of crowds, insanely shouting their anger and hatred at my native land of Japan.
Kita returned home to try to save his country's soul. He retreated to Sado, a remote island in the Sea of Japan. On Sado, Kita found an ancient vision of Japan that shaped his own. In the 13th century, the Buddhist monk Nichiren blasted Japan's spiritual decadence and warned of imminent foreign invasion. The imperial government banished Nichiren to Sado Island, where his disciples still chant the Lotus Sutra. As a young man, Kita became a follower of Nichiren, in whose words Kita found a pure spirit of nationalism.
I will be the pillar of Japan. I will be the eyes of Japan. I will be the vessel of Japan.